If you are just joining us, we'd like to say God bless you for joining us. This is Wiseland TV, and it is a privilege to have you this evening. Actually, it's evening here. I don't know what part of the world you are, but whatever time it is, we want to say salute and God bless you. As you read the phone bell before turning in, we will be discussing some crucial topic on this subject of finding a lifetime partner and not a love maker. Because one of the greatest challenges we are having in our world now is finding the right person to be with, somebody to give your heart to. It is harder than anything. It is harder than going to school. It is harder than starting the business. It is even more harder than sending people to Mars, because the heart of man is desperately wicked and full of evil. So, finding the right person or choosing the right person to spend the rest of your life with or to entrust your future with is a very hard thing to do, especially with our dispensation where everybody is wearing a mask. And that is to say, everybody is now an actor or content creator. I like to use the word everybody because of the psychological aspect. We are human, but psychology says we are all somehow wearing a mask. Hi, Julian. Welcome. Hi, Elisa. Happy to have you. As you read the thumbnail, I want us to discuss on finding a lifetime partner and not a love maker. Before you join, I was saying that one of the greatest challenges we have in our world today is finding somebody to give your heart to. Thank you. I appreciate. Much love from me too. One of the hardest challenges that we are having today is finding the right person to give our heart to in love. Because when it comes to finding love, you are not just finding somebody to be with. It's not just finding somebody to share your emotion with, but it is finding somebody to share your future with, to entrust your vulnerability with. And this is why it becomes so hard. Sorry, I go away. Thank you. Finding the right person to entrust with your entire self is the hardest thing to do, because you are exposing yourself to a heart that you don't know what is full of. So that can be very challenging. This is what I want us to discuss, because we find that most often you find the right people with the right heart dating the wrong people, and you find the wrong people dating the right people. Okay, that's the same thing. It could be the man is full of love and is going through some challenges in the hands of a woman. It could be a beautiful soul, a woman that is going through hell in the hands of one cruel person. Or probably these two people could be loving and a wonderful soul, but when it comes to their combination, they don't just coexist peacefully. But from the beginning, they were in love. So what is the cause? Why is it that things are always happening like this? If you are here for the first time, I would like to say God bless you, and please support this channel by subscribing. Subscribe and like so that more people can join and make this conversation a unique one. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Hit the subscription button and turn on your notifications so that you will receive our notification next time when we are live. The topic is finding a lifetime partner and not a love maker. What is the difference between a lifetime partner and a love maker? Today we have the word people say, let's make love. Well, that is a myth that can be corrected, or that is a redefinition of terms that we use to suit our situations or the emotion that we express. Because love is not something you make. We don't make love. Either you share love or you receive love. You don't make it. We receive love and we, in return, share that love with the people that we are pleased with or that we are delightful in. So you don't make love. This is the reason why when we say we go into relationship, we fall in love, it doesn't take a while and we fall out of it, because it's not something that you have to fall into. It's something that you exhibit and you want to share with another person that share the same passion or that share the same vision as you. So when you say let's make love, that is an evidence that it doesn't exist. And what don't exist, you cannot give. You only give out what you have. That's what I'm saying. So as a child, it is the responsibility of our parent to share love with us. And this love, we grow and we love to share this love with the people that we are delightful in. So then what happened if we were not brought up in an environment where we were shown love to? Well, in a case like that, one way or the other, every one of us, whether you were born in a family where both parents were staying together or not, you were still shown a level of love, because the Creator who created you loved you. And you need to love yourself. In return, you find a person to share this love with. The concept of Father, we don't make love, but we share love. What we call making love is an evidence that we have love and we carry love within ourselves. As a matter of fact, if you meet a person who have no love, you cannot easily love them, because you cannot give me what I don't know. Even if you give me what I don't know, it becomes complicated for me to accept, because I have not known what love is. This is the reason why people who struggle with self-love, it's very hard for you to love them. People who struggle with the difficulty of finding love within themselves, people who haven't come to the point of loving themselves, it's very hard for another person to love them. These are people who, no matter how people love them, they will still find a reason to give reason that you don't love me. They ask you, do you really love me? Yes, they love you. And the question should not be, do you really love me? But rather, if you say you love somebody, the expressions, love is responsive. Love is something that you respond to, and it can be responded to. All right, so now we have understood the phrase making love, finding a lifetime partner and not finding a love maker. Now, when it comes to choosing a lifetime partner, these are areas that I want us to look at. If you are a woman, you have got all the choices it takes to find the person that you ought to be with. And not to say find the person per se, but to choose the person. Of course, you have the 100% ability to choose the person to be with. And if you are a man, you have got the right to choose the person you want to be with as well. So here comes the foundation for a lasting lifetime partnership. The first thing to do for both parties is self-awareness. If self-awareness is lacking, there's going to be an error in choosing your lifetime partner, because if you don't know yourself, you will not know the right person to choose. First of all, you don't know your weaknesses, you don't know your strength. And if you don't know your weakness, how are you going to choose somebody to complement that area of your life? And if you don't know your strength, what foundation are you going to base your faith on? So when it comes to choosing the lifetime partner, the number one principle is self-awareness. The first principle is self-awareness. If you are just joining us, hit the subscription button. If you are just joining us, it is a privilege to have you. Hit the subscription button. We are discussing finding a lifetime partner and not a love maker. And I was discussing the first principle. The key principle to finding a person that will become suitable for you is, first of all, discover who you are. Discover who you are. If you understand your strength and your weaknesses, it is very easy to find a person to coexist with or a person to spend the rest of your life with without having to face some of the challenges that people face in relationship. If you are joining us, God bless you. If this is your first time here, kindly hit the subscription button. We are discussing the topic, finding a lifetime partner and not a love maker. So what is the first principle? The first major principle in finding a true lifetime partner is self-awareness. Because your self-awareness determines the type of person that you can coexist with. But nowadays we find out that people just go into relationship based on what they see from the first sight. Your self-awareness determines the person that you can stay with and the person that you cannot stay with. Example, you know that if you know your level of communication skill, you know that you and this person, your conversation will always align. If you know your level of temperament or your emotional stability, then you will know the type of person to choose. But if you lack self-awareness, you don't know your strength, you don't know your weaknesses, you might choose the right person or you might choose the wrong person. So in order to wipe away that blindness, first of all, discover your true strength and your weaknesses. Number two, if you find the person that you want to, a person or a guy is toasting you as a lady, there are few questions you need to ask this person. I'm not saying you should just turn down the conversation or the toast process because you don't know who God has sent on your way. This phrase, soulmate, there is no particular person that is designed for you. There is one man that has been designed for you. Or in this world, as a man, there is one lady that does not exist at all. There is nothing like a born or a destined soulmate. The word soulmate is equally saying where two people agreed to adjust and fit in the circle of one another in order to pursue a lifetime vision. As time goes on, they stay together, they begin to adjust and get used to one another, and their soul begin to align. The word soul is the combination, is the integrations of the mind, the will, and the emotion. So it's not something like a spirit that we're born and waiting for another spirit to know. The word soul, which is Saki, is the integrations of your mind, your will, and your emotion. So there is nothing like soulmate. We say soulmate when people have agreed and they have understood one another as individual, ready to complement their weaknesses and their strength in order to pursue a higher goal. They can be considered as soulmate. So until you meet that person, there is nothing like soulmate. So these are some of the areas that we need to consider when it comes to finding a true lifetime partner. If this is your first time, I keep saying kindly subscribe. This is how you support this channel. Finding a lifetime partner, there are areas that we need to focus on. Example, what is the capacity of this person? As a male, you need to understand your capacity. The first partner is not just jumping into finding a woman. No, you need to discover your gifting. It could be discover your assignment. It could be your life goal vision must be well written and understood. Because the essence of finding a woman is to find a helper. And when I'm saying helper in this sense, I'm not saying that you're going to find a weak person who have not got a vision, who has not been or who is not able to do anything for themselves. No. But the context, helpmates, according to the Bible, exa kenedo. The word exa means helper. Mate, exa kenedo, a helper suitable. So you're going to find somebody to complement or to help. And I believe in the complementary aspect of marriage, okay? I don't believe in the egalitarian. I believe in the complementary. Okay, so if you are going to find a lifetime partner to complement or you complement the person, first of all, you need to know, it's like you are hiring a worker for a job and the job is not defined. So you need to know what type of area you are specifying. Your life goal vision must be made clear before you can find somebody that will fit in that area. But this is where we get it wrong. We find a lady that we want to marry, that we want to spend our lifetime with, or our life, we want to consider as our life partner, before even we can recognize what our life mission is. So most of the time, you find that these two people are staying together for a time, and later the guy said, this is what I want to focus on. And lady said, I'm not interested in that. And she's right. Because if she saw you and you said you want to become a lawyer, and she saw you on a pursuit of law, and she accepted, they say that I do not want to become the wife of a lawyer. But you got her when you knew nothing. You didn't know your life from your right. Then you convince her, settle with you. Then later you say, this is what you want to be. So she got a choice to say yes or no. That's one aspect. Two, as a woman, in order to avoid confusion and competition in a relationship, you need to understand the capacity of the man that you are going to say yes to. Because love is just facial value. Absolutely, love, which is the emotion, is the foundation for a lasting relationship. But love is not the structure. And when the structure fails, the foundation becomes useless. Take for example, go to your community and see there are so many abandoned foundations. A foundation without a structure is not a building. And there will be no structure without a foundation. So no matter how you and the goal that you set and everything that you want to pursue, it is love, which is the ocean that will serve as the foundation for this relationship. If you abandon that, you're going to lose the woman. So you need to access your emotional ability. That's 1. 2, you need to have a clear definition of what or where you are going. Example, finding a lifetime partner is telling the woman that I have found a way and I want you to join me on this way. And you, the woman, it should be your responsibility to understand that the man you are going to say yes to, you have chosen to align yourself into the way that he's going. This doesn't mean that you are going to forsake your uniqueness, but it is a clear indication that you are going to align or shape your goal and vision under his vision as a greater umbrella. And this is why the men need to understand as well. If you are a male, this is where the woman have to be careful, and the man also, in order to save himself and save the stress or competition in future, is to understand your capacity. Because marriage is structure, and structure has leadership, and the leader is the lead. You hear the word lead? Like we have the I lead. The lead is the covering, and everything functions under the covering. There is no competition between the leader or the content and the containers. So this is the logic. The woman is full of potential. She comes with great dreams and aspiration. You, the man, you're supposed to be the covering. Your vision supposed to be a vessel that can host her greatness, her passion, her enthusiasm, everything that she want to express in this world. Your vision should be able to host and contain all of them. Example, you, the man, you become like the building, and she become a room or partitions in that building. In that great building, there are many partitions, and she can explore. This will ease the difficulty or the conflict of trying to transplant or convince her to accept your vision and your goal. Example, she comes with the desire to become a business entrepreneur, and you are a medical doctor. All right, you have a vision to become a medical practitioner, have hospitals, and have healthcare centers all over around the world. That's your vision. And now you've got a woman who believes in business. So what do? You as a man, you have to have the confidence to expand your vision to a greater umbrella that can host a portion that has to do with entrepreneurship. You see, this doesn't cancel the fact that you are the head, but this have just enlarged your umbrella, because first you were thinking of creating health centers. Now you've got a portion of it that has to do with entrepreneurship. So you now start to think how to expand drugstores, how to distribute medicines to other parts of the world under the jurisdiction or the administrations of your wife as an entrepreneur. So you see, your vision still stands and her vision still stands, but yet she becomes faithful to you as your wife. So you are functioning as the umbrella, and she is functioning as a partition under the umbrella. This doesn't cancel her vision. This doesn't cancel her dream, but rather it magnifies your vision, and it gives her the ample chance to express her God-gifted passion. This is where we are having so much problem today. One, woman, you choose the man whose vision is so small to host your vision. Or brother, you find a woman whose vision is too large to fit under your vision. And you do not have the means to expand your vision. So they become like a competition. You feel intimidated by her dream and her vision because you don't have the confidence to stand up as a man to expand your vision. And she is full of potential and she's not willing to forgo her uniqueness because you don't want to expand. So you see the problem. So this is it. If you are a young woman and you want to find a lifetime partner, don't just look at the glamour. Don't just look at the facial love. Don't just look at the way he dresses, the way he speaks. Don't just look at, he say, I have a vision to do this, to do this, to do this. No. One question. What are you doing right now towards all these dreams that you are giving? Because vision in the head cannot be wrong with. Vision in the head cannot be wrong with. You may have the vision in your head, but you are doing nothing towards it. You see somebody say, what do you do? The person say, I'm an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, do you have? Not yet. But I'm an entrepreneur. I'm self-employed. You are self-employed. Do you have businesses? No. But you are self-employed. So why do you think I should surrender my dream, my vision, all my aspiration, everything I've suffered to build as a woman, to you as a man who says he has a vision, but he hasn't or he's not doing anything about that vision? We men can find it so difficult to handle a woman with a great vision that is greater than ours. This is where the intimidation starts from before it leads to competition or it leads to she doesn't want to respect. If you see a guy who is always complaining, this woman is disrespectful, she does not want to obey me, take your time and ask him, what actually, in what area, what sense, what is the area exactly that she's disobeying you? Most of the time, he does not have an actual place that the woman is disobeying. Might be this woman is somebody who has a greater vision than him. It could be the woman is pushing him so far that he's not ready to go. It could be her vision and her aspirations are challenging his status and he don't know how to deal with it. If you are that brother, come closer. Don't compete with her. Don't tell her to forgo her dreams. No, because the leader never fights with the followers. It is the competitors that fight. Once you start fighting with her on the level of her, you are no longer leading her. You are now her competitor. And you know, if she sees you as a competitor, two of you are going to compete and one person is definitely going to become a leader. And if you are not careful, you may end up finding yourself behind. And she's going to fly away. Because I know your ego will not allow you to become a follower, and that's not how you were designed as a man. So this is it, brother, or expand your capacity, enlarge your capacity, enlarge your leadership capacity, make it large enough to host the vision that you will even sponsor everything that she ever dreamed to become under your vision. This is what you were designed for. You become a leader. You become a covering. Actually, the word covenant came from the word covering. And the word covering comes from the word lead. And the word lead has to do with leadership. And the word leading has to do with the head. The word covering also comes from the word cover, to seal, the ceiling. You see, everything that holds within this building can never go beyond the ceiling. So you are the ceiling. And as a woman, this should be a caution to you. You will never, or you may never rise above your cover or your ceiling. This is the reason why you need to find a man who is a very high level ceiling. If you find a man who dreams is very tiny like this, he's going to do everything to squeeze you in that small box. You will not have much space to express. Let's take for example, and I'm sure the lady can relate with this. If you move into a new room as a woman, and the room is so tiny, your desire and your appetite for buying stuff will depreciate because the place is so tiny to host many things. But if they put you in a very large room, and when you turn around you see space is all over. Your instinct, your desire to purchase new things increases. So that is it. If you are working with somebody, or if you are partnering with a person whose ambition is very low, your desire and ambitions begin to drop. So finding a lifetime partner goes beyond emotion. It goes beyond what is workable now. If you have a question, just leave it within the comment section, and this will help us to respond to you better in the next video. Thank you for watching. God bless you. If there is no question, we would like to come to the end of this live. It is a privilege having you here once again, and make it known by leaving down in the comment section your comments and your suggestion, so that we'll be able to inject them into the next video. Thank you. God bless you.